Hello and welcome to Gaming in the Grove. I'm Silver, I'm your host, and welcome to Surviving Mars. Yeah. Trying to figure out where we're going to land our ship to get started building up a base and everything, but it's kind of... I guess this will probably be our best spot to start with, though there are some interesting shapes down there. Maybe just here, have some good buildable area, expand off to both sides, you know, as you do. I think that's where we're going to send the ship. Yes, I get it. There's a tutorial. Yes, I think that this will work perfectly well. Yes, thank you. There's no active research. Everything is still new, game. I don't know why it's doing these 70 million update notifications. We have landed on Mars, so now we have to survive it, correct? Okay, the game's giving me a tutorial. I've played before, but it's giving me a tutorial. My goodness. So, as you can see, welcome to Mars. We've made it. We're working for Space Y, because I'm pretty sure SpaceX is copyrighted. Anyway. Look how small. Everything can be so small. That's the value of human, isn't it? You zoom out and whoa! Alright. So, what we need to do is start, well, getting ready. The main goal now is to explore and build things up and have a base. And because this ship is in this area here, we probably should start making an area over here where the items get taken to when the ships arrive. Yes, we can't build a landing pad underneath it. I forgot that. Alright, let's see. Storages. Universal storage. Wonderful. Can I... Okay. There. Because I don't want to put my new storage right where we'll be landing the ships every single time. That should be right outside. That's right outside. Perfect. We'll put one a little bit closer, and maybe later on we can like make this into something a bit more organized. So now those little robots are going to start picking up the stuff and bringing it out to this. And yeah, we're starting our days in Mars. Now, things that we're definitely going to need to build up is we're going to need some solar panels. We're going to need some batteries to accumulate the energy. So yeah, let's see. Let me make a few batteries over here. Like, let's do 2. And then over here is where we'll have our... we are outside the range. Yes. Oh, goodness. I got worried for a second there. We'll put our little area over here. That'll be our solar panels. Oh. A solar array. How fancy. So this is our bottom row. We don't want it anywhere near there. How fancy. We got solar arrays this early. I guess that's what I get for going with Space Y. Cool. So we can now build a solar array. Normally that's not something you can build until much later on. Or you build it manually, solar panel by solar panel, which is something I have absolutely done in other versions of this. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's step back out. So one of the things that you can do is in this outside view is you can kind of click on these different spaces, and what's going to happen is an orbital research center is going to start researching the area and kind of give you an idea of what's around you. I'm essentially telling it where the research. Oh, nope. There we are. And just scroll in, and suddenly you're in closer. By the way, this game is also on Xbox, and I believe PlayStation 4, so you can actually play this on those systems. It's hard to kind of get things working correctly. There seems to be a lot more research in here that I do not remember being a thing in the older saves. So I get a feeling that a lot of things have updated that I don't remember. Yes, thank you. As you can see, this game is very open and very versatile and very much willing to tell you exactly what you do not have any interest in knowing. Terraforming, yes, it's now a thing as well, I guess. Oh, dear goodness, there's a lot new sections here. Oh, goodness gracious. Biotech is absolutely something. Logifungal, so a fungi form. You don't need any new ships yet. There's a whole lot of stuff that I'm just kind of like... My mind is being broken because I've played this before. Normally, I'm very good at kind of just being like, okay, let's do general simple things and, you know, we'll work from there. But right now, I'm so lost in trying to figure out everything I have to do that I'm kind of just winging it at this point. I'm winging it and hoping. And then we'll just place that right there because even though all the ships coming here will probably be able to cover that area, I still like having it there for even when the ships aren't here. So that there's always a power, not drone, an RC connector, I guess you could say. Bunch of new drones have now been born. I mean, spawned. I mean, it's hard to talk about it. You know, things happen. I feel like I've been thrown in here and I have been having a hard time trying to get you guys all the information you need. This game is about building up a base and surviving on Mars. First, you start with just robots, then you work up to people, and then you keep going. As you can see, you have to manage things such as power, production on the in the area, life support, deposits and minerals. You have to create domes at first for people to live in. You have to then design what's in the dome, where the living quarters are, where the apartments are, the nurseries, playground. You have to literally, essentially design everything for these people, and in the end, you know, hopefully they start their life. Start their lives on Mars. But first, you have to do the basics. You have to get them power, and you have to get them oxygen and water. Right now, we have none of that. We have no power, we have no we have nothing. I don't know if there's any rocks over here that we can turn into metals. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't see any. Oh no, this is transport. Oh, this is different. This is not at all what I thought it was. I thought this was something that... no. Okay, good, okay. Not what I thought it was, but better. This is an RC transport. This actually is a device that I can use to go searching around this area. Frickin' resources. Bring it, and then bring them back. The hope is to find some resource to bring back. Because I need metal. I might just have to go onto the rocket. Ah, surface deposit. Metals! I found metals! We're gonna have this truck loaded up with as much metal as possible, and then we'll take it back to the base. Ah! Yes, I win! It is so far away. Like, at a human size, that is pretty darn far away. There's so much new information on this screen right now. There's stuff that I'm just going like, what are we doing? I don't even know at this point. Yeah, it is. It's a metal. It uses its laser to bring the metal into the machine. I don't think that's how that works at all, but just accept it. It's video games. So, we're gonna quickly speed this up, and yeah. Alright, and there we are. We've got an entire little RC truck here filled with metal. So now we just gotta take it back here. We'll drive it right here, right next to everything. And then all these drones around here are going to just suddenly swarm that vehicle. And they're going to start taking the metal everywhere that it is needed. Like, everywhere it's needed. So it's going to be going to everything here. And that'll get us a good starting little area. Look at that sun. That's our sun. Earth is somewhere that way. There we are. It's arrived. All those goods in the back of it have arrived, and now the bots are... Okay, some of the bots are pouring in. Okay, so that's one. Where are the rest of the bots? There we go. And now one by one they'll slowly start expanding this cable line. Nice! We're already getting sectors scanned above us. Now what that does for us is when a sector is scanned, you'll be able to see where deposits are, as well as other interesting areas. Like for example, next to us we actually have an area here where we can build an underground metal deposit. And then we actually have a vista here. So if we build our dome over there, it will actually have a comfort boost. As in people will feel more comfortable at the base. I do not know if we'll do that, but it's highly tempting. And in that time where we've been busy over there talking, they finished up all the power lines that I have put down over here. So now it's just to the next major part. Building up the solar array. Now there's a reason I'm building this down here. My thought process is, while this is a bit further away from everything, this will be next to the metal extractor, as well as we can later on build a tunnel here that would lead down to the bottom area over here. Essentially, we can make tunnels which would allow our vehicles to come out down there and kind of expand our reach of our base. So I went ahead and did a quick scan. Turns out if you don't scan an area, it actually won't show you the materials there. So even if you move over that entire area multiple times, if you don't do a scan, the materials in that area will not show up. Which is weird. So, also during that we found an anomalous area which we need an explorer to look at. So we can't do anything about that. Just try and get rid of those for now. Here comes my very slow transport mover. So, actually, the funny note is, the new resource location, really close. I've been over here, I've looked at here, and I did not see these, so it's really something that just shows up whenever you do a resource scan. So, there's no use in going places if you haven't done a research scan there. And as you can see, when the bot works together, it gets a lot of things done faster. Cool. Sensors now working, which means these should be researching faster. So instead of focusing on that, and the fact that I can't get my batteries working, I've went ahead and actually built a power line over here to the new RC commander. This will allow us an entire new area to build up. And since we
Sector scanned.
See, like I said, we have these underground rare materials right here next to where I'm planning to build. Ooh, that one's actually inside where I planned to build a launch pad. I'll have to think about that. Because rare materials are kind of hard to come by. So the fact that there are two here, might wanna, I don't know, look at moving this away a little bit so that we can have the space there. Either that, or just accept that building is going to get hurt a lot. That's an option too. I don't like it, but it's an option. That RC truck. No, I'm going to name it that. This is becoming RC truck. That's just what we're going to call it now. This is RC truck. RC truck is over here grabbing us some items, filling up that second row, as I mentioned. It's taking it a bit, though. It is getting there. Now, the bright side is we have a lot to do still. We have not even set up anywhere near like the pipeline needed for oxygen. We haven't even set up where we're going to be putting the base. I figure probably putting it right there on top of that vista point. Perfect. All right, this is a story mission. We actually get a sometimes you will get missions and stuff of decisions of like story-based technology. Cutting-edge technology, especially military and medical automation, are pushing to expand their resume with robotics as well. This means to propel their ambition into the new field. They have made a new drone prototype similar to the ones we use here on Mars. In whatever the case, their feasibility, the surface of another planet. If we accept their offer, they provide us a free batch of 8 drones delivered via solar tripod. There is risk with introducing foreign tech, but it's 8 new drones. I hate saying I don't want to take the risk. So cool, we have a ton new bots. These drones will help us get things on and off ships as they arrive. It's all going to work so fast now. They're going to help us build up, and even better, when we have the 2 drone connectors here finished, it'll help us move items back and forth a lot faster. Now, I don't know if I made a mistake, though, because that is a risky move, accepting help from a company we do know nothing about. But at the same time, the game's saying, before you build your first dome, maybe you should make a water supply and a power supply. Which I agree with. Maybe put them right here, one on each side. We'll only build one for right now, but we can end up making multiple. Turn that on. Oh look, it's a very lovely blue and red. And we're actually going to open it up because it actually makes more power when it's open. The only time you ever really need it closed is when you are having a storm come through, which the game will try and give you a bit of warning beforehand. Just gonna go ahead and pause the game now because we have a lot going on at once, so we kind of need to have more time to focus on that. Kind of making it more of an RTS situation where you want to have multiple people doing multiple things all at once. So now we have all these drones moving around, taking things to and from. building up what is going to become a much larger base. Does this require power? I do not know if that requires power, the oxygen tank. It does not say anything about requiring power. So that's good. Now, downside is we do need to get water from somewhere, and I do not have anywhere nearby with water to my knowledge. I'm kind of hoping that tower ends up showing us something. One of the drones has malfunctioned. So those new prototypes drones we got in might be able to help some, but don't rely on them. It's what I'm reading. Good news is all these lovely devices that we have little meters on the side of them that kind of shows exactly how much is inside. So when this is full, you'll have a nice full blue meter. Now also you may notice that there's a refueling thing there. That means that to send this ship out again to do anything, it needs fuel. And to do that, we first need a refinery. Ooh. They're all going far. Metals have been found. Yes, it has. Cool. So because of our 2 towers, it's now able to do much more faster research. Not research. I guess, yeah, research. Since we don't have a water extractor, our next best bet is a moisture vaporizer. I'm hoping that maybe one of my scans in the nearby area will find us water, but it's starting to look a little bit like I'm hoping on I might be wishing on a star right now. And that's dangerous to do with Mars. So even though they're giving us free drones, they are breaking down slowly but surely. So this company, they got a lot to learn. They got a lot to learn. There we go. As you can see already, the rocket from Earth to here is 50% of the way done. Oh, 60% of the way done. Your attention is required. Our drones have begun malfunctioning all around at a pace far from normal. We suspect bad software from appendix drones has propagated to all of our drone controllers. I do not have an inventor, so I cannot do that. I took... What did I take? I am an ecologist, which, by the way, if we are to complete all these, we will be able to claim the rewards with it, as well as that is our mission. Our mission here is to generate 100 electricity, refuel a rocket the same so it lands. So essentially, have a rocket land and refuel it. Boom. So that's a heavy goal to have in the future. Research 8 engineering technologies. Definitely want that. That will allow us to have 20 different workaholic engineer applicants. So a lot of people who really want to work on engineering. Analyze 7 planetary anomalies. We still need the stuff to analyze them. We don't have them yet. They don't have the people or the resources for that. And then have 3 biorobotics workshops. Ooh, we have a lot to work on to get that up and working. But also you can see, yeah, for working with Space Y, I got the Dragon rocket, which is like, you know, and a solar array, which they are very vulnerable to dust storms. Downside. Also, drone hubs will start with more drones, which is a lot. It's a really good thing to have. And 50% cheaper advanced resources, which is another really good thing to have. Here's hoping when that rocket arrives, we'll be able to kind of get things flowing a bit more in our direction again. I do like the kind of silver and blue and orange and blue look. Like that's not usually my color scheme for this game, but I'm kind of liking it. I'm kind of digging it. There's a concrete here above us. Maybe is it in the range of this? No, it is just outside. You're kidding me. I couldn't have accidentally done that more perfectly. Oh. But what I can do is I can push across the line there. I can push it across the line. Yes, I can. Alright, now we just need to get a cable connection up there, and boom, we're good to go. Oh, boy. Keeping with the tradition of two moistures. No, sorry, not two moistures. Two machines. I can't word. Oh, my ice cream. Oh, goodness gracious. What is essentially going to amount to fuel. So we're going to turn water into fuel. I don't know how that happens, but you know I won't question it. Scan an anomaly. Yes. These are also milestones. They've added new ones because they've added in terraforming recently. I haven't done any of that, so I don't know about that too much. And I don't know if I really want to do that because terraforming can look a little weird, especially because I don't want to do it up here. If I want to do terraforming anywhere, I want to do it down here in the bottom. I want the terraforming to be done here. So the first thing you see when you arrive is the normal Mars. Then you go down into the terraformed area. Because I want your first experience with Mars to be Mars. Mars at its purest form of what this planet is. Let's see, how are we doing on research projects out here? Now I'm going to build another one that's essentially out here in the next one over. I wasn't going to power it, but I don't think our research is far enough along for that. Nope, actually we're almost there, so that might turn over to autonomous very soon. And if that does, I'm going to need that decommissioning icon because I want to decommission this building here.
Research complete.
There we are, autonomous sensors. Cool. Now we just gotta build them away, and yeah. We're getting there. We are getting there. We're almost to the point now where we can have a dome, we can have people. And you know what, actually? I'm gonna go ahead and get that started. Just gonna go ahead and put the dome right here. This is going to be our first of mini domes. Going to connect that up to the life support pipes. And connect it up to the power. Just going to run the power lines for it underneath the pipes there, leaving a nice clean look. What's this need now? 10 polymers, 80 concrete, and 20 metals. Do we have enough polymers? We might have enough polymers. Yeah, we have enough polymers. Concrete, that's a bit more debatable, but we might. I might have enough of everything. Alright. The new pipe's under construction. The new cables are under construction. The dome's under construction. Everything is just on the way. Oh, there's an object underneath. You mean the truck that's driving through there? There we are. Sorry. The RC transporter, which I've just called RC truck. The RC truck's going underneath it? Sure, yeah, I mean... That's gonna be nice. Yeah, there we are. We have ourselves a nice little dedicated landing pad here off to the side. Surrounded by nothing and nobody. Loved by all. Sorry, wrong thing entirely.
Research complete.
Hey! Low G fungi. I hear he's a very fun guy. Anyway. It's one of the things that will allow us to have more food later on. There, I've now redistributed all the drones around to all the different drone commanders, and bada bing, bada boom, that should mean everything will run a bit smoother. Especially because no longer they will be assigned to the rockets, and are instead assigned to the actual commanders. That's the thing that really mattered most to me, I think. By the way, it took me this long to realize that. That is not something I've ever actually had to do, because usually I just send away the rockets, and bada bing, bada boom, the drones become reattached to the drone commander. Oh boy. Looks like we're going to be getting a meteor storm in the next few days, which, if a meteor hits anything, it could cause issues. We have about a day. Because I have all these different sensor towers up, I got that day worth of warning to know that it was coming. I'm going to slow Little Dragon back to Earth.
Milestone achieved.
Which, by the way, not a little achievement. Like, that's a large thing to send a rocket off, but now comes the hard part. Finishing up that dome. Look at that. We have a nice little gap there because the ship's now gone. Downside is we might still need to build like a dome here or something to kind of be our entry point from the rocket ships, and then everything will connect into the other domes. Not sure. Still have to see. I thought I didn't think about that, but I could just absolutely put the dome here to connect these up. And we're gonna send the truck out here. And gonna get this drone commander, and we're gonna have it go over here. But first, it needs to pick up all of its drones. So all the drones are gonna get called back to it, file in the back, and now the drone commander. Nice, perfect timing. Both vehicles are now driving in a convoy. We've got a little convoy. Look at it go. I don't have any.
Research complete.
This game has been really kind of fun. I've enjoyed kind of seeing its progress from when it originally came out. The way I found out about it originally is actually City Skylines did a whole marketing campaign push for it. They added a free Mars radio, which is actually a radio station in this game. And it kind of did a nice cross-marketing campaign. And it definitely got me interested in the game. So I gave it a shot when it came out, and it's been nothing but fun ever since. I do think there are a few things they could do. I definitely think the domes, like doing this, they need a cross-dome transportation system. Right now what they have is there's a connector that you can build, essentially a moving walkway that you can build between the domes, and that will allow people to get between them very easily. But at the same time, that's very much kind of people aren't gonna walk that much. People don't walk that much in real life. A transportation system is something that I can like build like a station maybe for like a monorail or maglev that comes in and out or goes through its own like tube between them would be so much better. I've seen this suggested before in the Steam forums, and nothing has ever come of it. That was years and years ago. I still wish heavily that would become a thing, because I just think there needs to be another way. There needs to be another way. The other option that I've seen given up more recently is they have added in a drone transport that will allow people to transport between them. But it's also, it's kind of janky from what I've seen. It doesn't always work as planned. So I don't know. I feel like there's a few things that weren't originally planned for this game that they've now done, that they've done very interesting things with. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and move this vehicle over here. There we are. And you're going to pick up all your babies, and then you're going to come over here too. We finished the dome. Nice. The dome has been constructed before we ever found water. We have found a dome before we found water. I have mixed feelings on that. The dome is on operation due to a lack of colonists. Yes, that would definitely be a thing. You would if you have a town and no citizens, you will definitely have a lack of citizens, which cause a operational failure of your town. And yeah, essentially that leads us pretty much to where we are now. The next big step is to bring colonists to the planet. A trial group of colonists which will fill this building up, and essentially we will start now trying to have people survive here on Mars. Bit risky. Not entirely sure we have all the resources set up the way we need them to. I would definitely like another way to get water. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. I can't force things to go a different way. So with that, we're going to let our little convoys over here finish up, and we're ready. This is where I wanted to actually end the episode for today. I wanted to get everything set up so that we could, in essence, have, well, colonists. Starting next episode, we will now be dealing with the whole surviving aspect, the whole aspect of building multiple domes so that we can start gathering resources, building multiple of these landing pads. There's a lot of stuff that we will need to be taking into consideration.
Milestone achieved. Sector scanned.
I found water! We found water! Finally! Water has been found! Where is it? It's way up here, and it's a good average grade quality. That's actually extremely good. That is exactly what I wanted to find. Found it before I even finished the episode. I was just talking about how I haven't been able to find water, and then I find water. That is perfect. That is the perfect way to finish things off. And we were just wondering where we would send this next. Turns out, right here. And sadly, it looks like we're going to be having a bit of a meteor shower as things finish up. Ooh, what just crashed over there? Uh-oh. Even I feel like that one should have been right there. Yep. Yep. There we are, rebuilding back up. We're going to have lovely situations of everything put together. Alright, that's just going over there. It's going to slowly build up that cable, and that will be actually where we will talk about this later. I still have an entire soul of meteors pounding at me, so maybe I'll show you a bit more. Yeah, I was wondering about that drone. That poor drone. I just saw it there. I wanted to get destroyed. Oh, goodness gracious. Anyway, our base is going to get pounded out by this meteor storm, and if it survives, fingers crossed it does, we'll send out to get some people from Earth, and we'll start, well, surviving on Mars. Because if this base survives this, I'm sure we'll do fine. It'll be fine. It'll all work out. Alright, guys. Thank you all for watching. This is Gaming in the Grove, or in this case, Gaming on Mars, I guess. I'm Satyr. I'm Silver. Oh, goodness. Ending outros. I have flubbed, I think, every single one this week. If I didn't, congratulations to me, then that's a rarity. Alright. Till next time, guys, this is Silver signing out.